Hey folks, how you doing? Hilary Freitas, Marketing Mom, the Marketing Mom. And we are continuing with our series here on setting up your blog. And so far what we've been doing is actually building a body. So you grabbed your domain name, yourname.com, that's the bones, all right? And what we actually did in the last training video was connect your hosting. So we've just put in all the blood vessels and the nerves and all the flesh. And now we're going to put on the skin. That's installing WordPress, okay? Now we use WordPress as the blog platform because it's one of the easiest things to use as a blog platform. Now there are other skins, I say, that you could put over your skeleton and your flesh and nerve networks and all of that great stuff. But personally, I use WordPress, and that is what I recommend for people when they are creating a blog, because you have a plethora of programmers and developers that do a lot of stuff for WordPress. Now you're probably a little confused and okay, there's WordPress and then there's WordPress. WordPress has a free version of a blog where you don't have to go through all of this drama, and then you wouldn't own anything on the World Wide Web, which is WordPress.com. What we're referring to is WordPress.org. All right. So remember those two domains that I bought a .com and a .org because I'm thinking ahead. All right. So that's what WordPress did. WordPress thought ahead and said, you know what, we're going to have a .com for free people, and then we're going to have a .org. But WordPress, the skin that you put on is free. God gave us the skin, right? It's free. All right. But then the gloves that you put on and the rings and, you know, all those fancy things, the nail polish, those are things that we're going to talk about later on in our training videos. So really quickly, going to show you how you it's a seriously one click to getting your WordPress set up. All right. So we're back in your cPanel. Okay. And you would have logged into your cPanel wherever you have your hosting. Okay. And what you're going to do is scroll all the way down to your bottom of cPanel. Okay. Right. And you see where it says Softculous App Installer. All right. Now it's usually at the bottom, and you see when I hover over here, I could drag it up to the top because this is what you're already going to be using. You're basically going to click on that button that says WordPress. Okay. And when you go in there, you know, you could explore different stuff and see all the great things that they're there. But because you see under blogs, you have got different blog categories and all that fun stuff, microblogs, all of those things. So all of these are different things that all of these are different skins, type of skins that you could add on to your blog. All right. But we're interested in WordPress. Okay. And you see here that I've got WordPress installed on 2 blogs. Okay. Lovely. All right. So what I want to do is click on the install button. Okay, and you want to choose the protocol. If your site has SSL, you want to either put the S, all right, it doesn't, and you want to choose your domain. So it's at hilaryfreitas.com, that's the main one, but I'm interested in themarketingmoms.com. Okay, now in the directory, read this very carefully because you pretty much want this to be blank, all right. You don't want people having to type your domain /WP, all right? So you want to leave that blank. Table prefix, you can leave that right, your site name, okay? So you want to change this to your site name. And this site name is for the Marketing Moms. And what's the site description, all right? And that's our site description, okay? If you think that you're going to have multiple, this feature will enable multiple site option for your WordPress blog, all right? You could always go back there and change that. Again, you want to create your login and password, the email address that you want the admin to go to. I'm actually going to change that to contact me at hilaryfreitas.com, okay? And I'm just going to move this so that I could create my password really quickly, all right? Okay, and once you selected your password, all right, we're just going to go back there. All of this, you know, they're asking you if you want to select your theme right now. That's something that you can do later. What I want to make sure that you go inside of your advanced options, and you want to make sure auto upgrade WordPress plugins. You don't want to do that, but what you want is to auto backup, right? So you want them to back up. You choose how often you want them to back up, once a day, once a week, right? However, all right, you if you don't, you'll have to go in there and always update, but sometimes it's good for you to update. You want the backup cycle um right, so choose backup as per the space on your server. So I'm just gonna go once a week, and one is enough. All right, backup rotation. Okay, but you want to make sure that you're backing up your website, because that is really crucial. If you lose it, at least you can come back in here and basically click a button and reload. All right, so if you check this, you will not receive notifications. All right, you could check upgrade, auto upgrade on that, but the plugins and the WordPress themes, I would personally just go in there and upgrade them myself. And then you want to put in an email so that they will send you your installation information. All right, so all your login and information stuff, and then you hit install, and basically your WordPress account is set up. All right, finishing, right, and you are installed and ready to go. So now we're going to be, all right, yeah, you could share with the world if you just install WordPress, you know, that's fun, interesting things. All right, oops, where are we? Right, so once you've installed WordPress, now the fun begins. You are pretty much done with all the technical stuff. So here's where the fun begins, designing your blog and doing all sorts of great things. All right, so we'll see you in the next training video. This has been Hilary De Freitas, the Marketing Mom. Have a great evening. We'll see you in the next module.